Hey everyone, today we're going to be making meatballs. This is a super adaptable technique that will work with a wide variety of meat or plant-based meat substitutes. You can even use roasted eggplant. I'm starting with about 1.5 pounds of ground chuck. You can use any type of ground meat or meat substitute, but you may need to adjust the amount of liquid and fat later to get a good consistency. Next, I'm taking about half a cup of tap water and using it to reconstitute a whole bunch of dried parsley. This will help the parsley soften and improve the texture. If you have fresh parsley, you should use it, but I didn't. Next, I'm adding a whole bunch of onion powder and minced garlic. You can use whatever seasonings and aromatics you want here, but don't add any salt. Adding salt to ground meat will make your meatballs crumbly and dry. Now I'm going to add some panko or Japanese-style breadcrumbs. I like them for the fact that they retain a little bit of crunch in the final product. You can use whatever type of breadcrumbs you want here. It's all about the texture and flavors that you like. I'm also going to add about half as much grated Parmesan cheese as I did breadcrumbs. You can use any hard dried cheese here, as long as it's very finely ground. Traditional cheeses would be Parmesan, Romano, or Grana Padano. Next I'm going to add most of my parsley and water, and one of my eggs. I'm holding back some of the water and one of my eggs to add later. Then I'll start mixing using clean hands. Meatballs are all about texture and consistency, so there's really no other way to do this. If you don't like touching raw meat, you can wear powder-free exam gloves. As I mix, I keep adding breadcrumbs, cheese, and eventually my second egg, until I get to the consistency that I want. It should have a similar feel to Play-Doh, a smooth and even kind of mixture that holds together in balls that don't slump or collapse when I put them on the tray. Once I've gotten to the consistency and bulk that I want, I start to shape the meatballs. I like to make 2 different sizes. The first is about the size of a golf ball, or 2 ounces. These are great for eating as a main dish with vegetables or a salad. I'll also make some that are about half that size. I like to use these to mix into things like soup or pasta. I'll even sometimes put them on a sandwich. Once all the meatballs are shaped, you can cook them immediately or freeze them. To freeze, put the whole tray in your freezer for a few hours, and then transfer the meatballs to the storage of your choice. Meatballs can be cooked from frozen without thawing, which makes them great to have around for weeknight cooking. I ended up freezing most of mine, but kept a couple of the small ones out to make my favorite meatball application, baked with pasta. I baked some of the meatballs off at 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 200 degrees Celsius for about 10 minutes. While those were baking, I also boiled some tortellini to just shy of done. I'll combine the meatballs with the pasta and then add some jarred tomato sauce. I only like a little bit of tomato sauce, but you can make this as saucy as you want. Now I'll mix it all together and put it back in the baking dish. Then cover with mozzarella cheese and bake until browned and bubbly. Once the cheese is nice and melted, take it out and enjoy that cheese pull.